It's your boy Pell. I want to talk about some Moorish history. My cousin Arthur Grant hit me up, tagged me about one of his friends is Moor, and my cousin Arthur is also a Moor, right? Because I'm for the show how black people are Moors, right? But the history that we get about Moors it get confused because we're not really studying everything, right? Because sometimes we hear Moor, we be like, oh, over here in North Africa, over there in Africa, right? Now knowing Moor just another word for African or Indian, right? Because Moor just really mean dark skinned people. Black people are dark skinned. So let me show you something. Watch this. This is written by Charles Jerry Ingersoll, House Representatives, Friday, January 3rd, 1845, in regards to the annexation of Texas. Now, I thought not written. This is something he spoke. Somebody spoke this, right, in Congress. This is a Congress, right? United States Congress, about the regards to the annexation of Texas, because Texas was once really is part of Mexico, right? And so this is what he said. He said the stupendous deserts between the Nueces and Bravo rivers are the natural boundaries between the Anglo-Saxons and the Mauritanian races. There ends the Valley of the West. There Mexico begins. Thence beyond the Bravo begin the Moorish people and their Indian associates, to whom Mexico properly belongs, who should not cross that vast desert. If they could, as on our side we too opt to stop there, because internal conflicts must ensue, either our going south or them coming north of that gigantic boundary. While peace is cherished, that boundary will be sacred, not till the spirit of the conquest rages, with the people on either side molest or mix with each other, and whenever they do, one of the other races must be conquered, if not extinguished. Now, before I get, look what he said. Either side molest or mix with each other, and whenever they do, one of the other race must be conquered, if not extinguished. That's interesting, right? Okay, now we want to go read this. This is lady right here. This book called, her name is Zella Nuttall, in a book called Archaeological and Ethical Papers of the Peabody Museum, Harvard University, Volume 1, Number 1, Standard or Hard Dress, and Historical Essay on a Relic of Ancient Mexico, page 6, 1888, right? And so she says, the term Moorish, as here applied, can scarcely be regarded as deceptive one, as a deceptive one, inasmuch as Montezuma, the king of Timistitan in Mexico, is subsequently designated as a Moorish king in this same inventory of 1596. Montezuma, the king of Timistitan in Mexico, is subsequently designated as a Moorish king in this very same inventory of 1596. In 1613, a description was faithfully reproduced. In 1621, the word Indian was substituted for Moorish. That's interesting, right? Montezuma, the Moorish king. The word Indian being substituted for Moorish. But you saw in 1845, the guy said what? The Moors, and the Indians. But now they using the word interchangeably. And now they said Montezuma, the king of Timistitan in Mexico, was called a Moorish king. Okay, so now we're going to go back to this guy. This is written in what? This is Bernard L. Bouvier del Fontenelle, Conversation of the Plurality of Worlds, 1686, page 83, right? 1686. He said, I can tell from what the inhabitants of Venus are like. They resemble the Moors of Granada, a small black people, burnt by the sun, full of wit, fire, always in love, writing in verse, fond of music, arranging festivals term every day. But he said the inhabitants of Venus are like. They resemble the Moors of Granada, a small black people. So, You just saw what they said. They used the word Moor and Indian interchangeably, but the word Moor also means black people. Right? And this is 1686, right? We ain't got 1900s yet, right? Hold on. All right, so this the Robin Hood movie. Watch this.
A curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left. What manner of name is Azim? Irish? Cornish?
Moorish.
Irish? Cornish?
Moorish.
Okay, so now this is from a book called Unexpected Faces in Ancient America by Alexander von Wutenau, this German dude, right? He said, now look, this is a picture of he found in ancient America, right? See like the little fez. You see it now here, sister, light-skinned sister with the fez. He says, a classic Mochi portrait vessel from Peru around AD 600. The exquisite piece is similar to two Moorish-looking heads in color plates 22 and 23, height 14 centimeters. Private collection, Princeton, New Jersey. So look what he says. Mochia portrait vessel from Peru, circa AD 600. The exquisite piece is similar to the two Moorish-looking heads in color. Now, this is from a book, Unexpected Faces in Ancient America by by Alexander von Wutenau, right? And so it goes to show you that, what do you think? Let me just point some things out to you again. 1845, he says, Mexico properly belongs to whom Mexico, but the Moorish people and their Indian associates to whom Mexico properly belongs. That's interesting. 1845. Then in 1888, she says, in 1621, the word Indian was substituted for Moor. For Moorish. But then you got a guy in 1686 talking about the Moors are black people. So I just want you to think about what you think. You know what I'm saying? He said Montezuma was called a Moor. The king of Mexico. Well, I just want you to think, what do you see? And how you interpreting all this? Okay? Because I just want, I know what I see. What do you see? I showed you Morgan Freeman said he Moorish. They say Montezuma, the king of Mexico, is a Moor. Mexico belongs to the Moors. Okay, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I love y'all. Think critically, man, because it look like you're on a plantation still. I love y'all, and we will dig ourselves out this hole. Shalom, Shem Hotep. Assalamu alaikum. Hasta la vista.